We are children of a God who loves to communicate. You see, history is littered with moments where God has spoken to his people, pulled them into his agenda, given them instructions, or answered their cries or their prayer requests. At the heart of this is what it means to live by faith. You see, faith is about trust. And trust is cultivated by communication and a relationship with the living, breathing Jesus Christ. Like I said, at the heart of that is good communication. But this is where, as Christians, we can almost hit a sticking point or a struggle. Because actually, good communication in all relationships can be really, really difficult. But because it's difficult, doesn't mean that it's set aside for those more mature, those more expert Christians. No, this is something that's available for all of us. It may be hard, it may be frustrating, but we are all invited to hear God's voice. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. I am with you always. God speaks in so many different ways, and over the coming weeks we're going to look at a few of those. But for this moment, we're simply going to sit in the beautiful, profound truth that God speaks to you and God listens to you. You see, we are welcomed into this beautiful, honest relationship that is built on communication. Not a relationship with a God that is silent, but a relationship with a God who is kind of like your best friend and your partner that kind of guides and lights the path ahead. So this week I want you to reread John 10. The whole thing if you have time, if not, just verses 7 to 10. I want you to have a little think. What is it that stands out to you in these passages? What do you learn about the shepherd? What do you learn about the sheep? Imagine for a moment and close your eyes and you see a shepherd coming up over the hill, calling out his flock, calling to his sheep. What stands out to you in that moment? And picture yourself as one of those sheep and realize that that is what God is doing with us. He's calling out and wanting to communicate with us. Samuel, this young and inexperienced kid, had this amazing encounter with God. He had no idea that it was God speaking, but he was guided by an old prophet called Eli. Eli taught Samuel to simply pray this: "Speak, Lord, for your servant hears." So this week, take some time to sit, be quiet, and simply pray as Samuel did. So this week, as we go about our days, maybe you feel a prompting from the moments when you're praying. Maybe you feel a prompting from a moment of sitting and listening to what God has to say. So this week, if you do, go with it. See where it takes you and see what happens. Have a great week, guys, and we'll see you next week for the next in our 40 series. Bye-bye.